Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Michael Joshua and I am the owner of Failsafe Fitness Limited, and this is the Failsafe Fitness Podcast, Season 2, Episode number 3. Welcome along to another interesting show this week. Usual format as always, folks. We're going to talk about what I've been up to and what my clients have been up to over the last 7 days. We're also going to talk about a fitness tip to help you with your fitness goals, whether that be golf performance or just in daily life. We're going to discuss 3 supplements that you can take overnight that's going to help you build some muscle and maintain some muscle. Also, we're going to talk about the timing of your golf swing as a golf tip, and a little discussion of what happened at the Masters over the weekend. There are a couple of things I want to talk about in that subject, and we'll get onto them a little bit later on. Again, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you listen to me over the last few weeks and few months. I hope it continues. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Tell your friends about the show. And if you've got anything you want to know, whether that be nutrition and weight management, golf performance, personal training, anything along those lines, give the show an email, failsafefitness@hotmail.com. Send your questions into there, and in the next 2 or 3 weeks I will be doing yet another Your Questions Answered show. We're going to cut it down from 5 questions to the top 3, or the 3 most interesting ones that come across my emails. So get those in, and we'll be dealing with those very, very shortly. As I say, it's season number 2, episode number 3. It's going to be a fun show this week. Over the last 7 days, I've had some new clients sign up for the golf performance, which is very exciting for me. My clients that have been with me since January, I've had a couple of re-up ready to get summer beach bod ready, so that's exciting. They're excited with the results that they've had. I'm excited for them. I've got a couple of consistent clients who have dropped now consistently a shot a month since starting with me. So we're now into April and they're already 3.5 to 4.5 shots better than when they started the year. So I think everything's trending in the right direction for me at the minute, and we'll have a little bit more news on those pricing of those sessions coming up. So yeah, my week's been a long week. I did 6 days worth of greenkeeping and golf performance coaching this week, and a couple of personal training as well. So if you add that up, that's about 15 days. No, I'm only kidding. So I haven't had a day off this week. I've worked every single day in one capacity or another. There's been a couple of long days at the golf course as a greenkeeper, just trying to get stuff cut while it was drying out. So, I mean, there are some certain areas of the golf club that I'm at, Himley Hall Golf Centre in the West Midlands. If you do want to come and see us and play, which hopefully we will be open very, 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 very soon. The wind has been quite high in the UK. West Midlands has been particularly high. And just today, I'm recording this on a Monday, which is very unusual. It's normally done sort of Friday, Saturday, or even at very latest Sunday morning. But I thought with the controversies that happened at Augusta this week and the fact I'd done 6 days on the trot, I thought I might leave it till Monday when I knew I got another day off. So here I am. And it's been a tough week, long hours, a lot of hard work. Got stuck a couple of times transporting the Jacobson surrounds mower to wherever it needed to be to cut stuff. So that's been an interesting week on the golf course, and a very long one. Clients wise, as I say, I've had a couple of people who were coming to me anyway from January right the way through to the end of March. They've re-upped for another 3 months, which is wonderful news. They're very happy with their results, and we're going to start pushing even harder to get them even more beach body ready for the summer. 2 of my golf performance clients, understandably with Himley being shut and not being able to do on-course performance without going to a golf club I'm not really meant to be coaching on, which is something I don't want to do at any rate, have said that they'll come back as soon as the club is open, which is great. But I've replaced them with another couple of clients that have popped up via booking. One booked via Instagram, so that link is now available. The Instagram link will take you to the website to book your sessions, whether that be personal training, fitness and weight management, nutrition, advice, or golf performance. It's all on the link in the Instagram link. And also I had one come through the website, which is even better. Thank you very much. So it's been a good week. I'm excited to start with the 2 new clients, both coming Wednesday. So that's going to be absolutely amazing to see new people, new faces, new problems to fix, and new players to help improve their scores. And it's been a tough week. Like I say, it's been a very long week. I've only had a couple of I had Sunday off, Easter Sunday and Bank Holiday Monday, so I'm back at it tomorrow on Tuesday. And that's pretty much been my week. I've just been greenkeeping, coaching, and sleeping, basically, over the last week. But it's been fun. I enjoy it, and I'm hoping it's for a very, 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 very long summer, and I can help as many people as possible just become better golfers, whether that be the decisions that they make or making some fundamental changes in the way they set up to a ball, the way they hit a ball, etc., etc. It's going to be a very good year. And that's been my week, plain and simple. So people who know the show know that the format is exercise, then some nutrition, then a little bit of a golf tip, and then I'll have a little bit of a golf discussion at the end. Last week I had a bit of a rant about etiquette, and I'll still keep ranting about etiquette because it kind of bleeds into the issues I've got with what happened at the Masters this week as well. But first up, before all of that, we will discuss the exercise that anyone can do as long as you've got a set of stairs in your house, or a relatively low sofa, or a step stool, or even a low kitchen chair, a medium to lowish kitchen chair. And that exercise, and also you can do this in the gym with some boxes or some weight plates, is the simple step up. I've been struggling a little bit since I went on holiday in February for a week. I came back and I did 46 holes that week. 45 holes, and 36 of those were walking. And I found I've got a bit of a dodgy left knee, but I found it was my right knee that seemed to have taken the brunt of all the walking, so I couldn't actually squat with the barbell. I couldn't squat with a lot of weight at all. And I found that the simple step up is a great way of using your own body weight to not only replace exercises that you can't do, but also to help increase the mobility. Because if that step up is slightly higher, so ideally, and I've said this for a while, and a few people will probably disagree with me in the industry, but I think step ups, when you first start them, shouldn't be set at a ridiculous height like 18, 20, 24, 30 inches. So stepping up that high can be a stress on the system, on the joints, on the ligaments, etc., etc. So what I tend to do as a personal trainer and a responsible personal trainer is I recommend that knee, when it is on the weight plate or on the step up box, should be at 90 degrees. So the knee is at a 90 degree angle, and it shouldn't be a little bit either way, but ideally it should be roughly about 90 degrees. 85 to 95 degrees, I'll take it. And when you step up, single leg step ups, you step up, put the other foot on, and then step down with the same leg. And you can do that on a set of stairs, you can do that on a step stool, you can do it on, your sofa, a kitchen chair, etc., etc. Excuse me. And what I've found with some of the people that I've been working with over the last few months is that I've replaced barbell squatting with step-ups. And they've actually been able to increase their strength in their legs. They've been able to increase their range of motion in their hips because they're making that muscle stronger. We're stretching off after the session. And then when we feel that we're doing okay, I up it by about 2 inches from where they're at. And that extra 2 inches is helping them, give them more mobility in their hips and their knees and their ankles, and more strength in those positions to pull their body. A couple of clients mentioned that they don't feel as tired running up and down stairs all day if they're, one of them's a nurse. They're running up and down stairs all day. They don't feel as much fatigue in their hips and their knees as they did before, which is, a great benefit of doing these step-ups, starting at 90 and then building it to a bigger range, rather than starting at a bigger range and forcing a change unnaturally. So you're not building a strength in a position and then increasing that angle. You're just starting at that increased angle and causing a more of a response than need be. So yeah, if you're struggling to add weight to your barbell, or your knees just don't feel like they're going to take it, then add step-ups in. Start at 90, do 3 sets of 10, 15, maybe even 3 sets of 20 if your legs are quite strong, to replace the squats. And believe me, just the movement through single legs step-ups will force a dramatic change in the way you think about you're going to load your body. If you're struggling to get into a position with a barbell, or just struggling to add weight with anything, whether that be kettlebell or dumbbells, and you get a bit of pain, you can start with these single leg step-ups, which is going to make you move your body weight better, let alone adding more weight to the problem. So yeah, I think step-ups are a great replacement for anyone and a great start for anyone who's had an injury or who's just getting into training. They don't need any equipment. You can just go and do it on a set of stairs, a chair, etc., etc. So add step-ups into your program over the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, instead of a squat or what have you, and let me know how you get on. Into your nutrition tip of the week then. Now, this is I've mentioned on the show a few times before about supplements, and ideally wholeheartedly believe that you can get everything you need through the correct diet and nutrition. Not always. There are some things that at one point or another may be a little bit lacking, but it's a constant thing that keeps coming up through the emails again and again and again. So I've picked these 3. I'll probably do 3 more next week rather than doing 6 now. But these are 3 supplements that you can actually take before you go to bed. You know, downing pills and powders is a great shortcut to making up deficits in your diet. I don't recommend this for an extended period of time, but just to get you going before you get your nutrition side of your life sorted. These are 3 things that I reckon can make a big difference in your training and your health. So the first one is honey. We all know that little magical bee goes round and collects that wonderfully gooey and beautiful honey. Why do you think Pooh Bear looks so happy all the time? He loves his honey. So a little bit of honey, maybe a couple of teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon at max, in some hot water. Not boiling hot, but a little bit of hot water just to give it a nice big stir. That is going to help provide your brain with some glucose, so none is stolen out of your brain while you're asleep, because we all know the brain tends to steal amino acids while you're asleep from parts of your body, and those amino acids are used to keep the brain alive. So adding some extra glucose into your system with some honey will help keep you, topped up with enough sugars to see you through the night. So a couple of teaspoons, 1 tablespoon of honey in some hot water. Drink that before you go to bed. Do that for, a couple of weeks. See how you get on. See how you feel when you wake up the next morning. Obviously, if you're diabetic, be very, very careful. And I probably wouldn't recommend it. Number 2 is something that I have done, and I do tend to do this particularly when it's coming sort of September, that Septemberish time, beginning of October. I tend to do it about then. So this is a supplement that helps promote sleep, and it's a supplement that contains something that you don't tend to get a lot of in your diet unless you're vegan, and that is ZMA. So zinc, magnesium, those combination of those 2, especially zinc, they are great little micronutrients that help the body relax. They help boost testosterone, and they'll help you sleep. So I tend to get a pack. They're normally around anywhere between £7 and £15, anything up to about £30, about £1 a pill, depending on the strength, etc., etc. But taking 2 of these about 30 minutes before you go to sleep will give your muscles a boost while you're asleep, and they'll also help regulate your sleep. And obviously, zinc and magnesium are great nutrients to help your body repair itself whilst you're asleep. Third and final one is L-tryptophan. Now, this you can get for, again, anywhere around £6 or £7 to anything to around 15, 20, 30 pounds for 20 to 60 pills. Tryptophan helps with the neurotransmitters in your brain. So when you wake up, you'll be ready to hit the gym. And it also beats drinking Gatorade before you go to the gym first thing on the morning just to get yourself going. But tryptophan is going to help those neurotransmitters fire, and it also helps you relax. So very similar to sort of ZMA, the L-tryptophan, which if you like turkey, having a turkey sandwich before you go to bed, we discussed this in a previous show about late night snacking. If you have a bit of tryptophan before you go to bed, it can help you relax. and give you a boost first thing on a morning. So 3 supplements you might want to consider then this week is, simplest one is jar of honey, preferably sugar free, etc., all natural honey. Pop that a couple of teaspoons or a tablespoon into some hot water and drink that before you go to bed. You've got some ZMA tablets, which are also going to help you sleep and recover, and also some tryptophan, which is going to help you do the same thing, help you recover and help you sleep and help keep those neurotransmitters in your brain firing and ready for when you need them. And as I say, these are not absolutely necessary supplements to take. They're just recommended supplements to take. Just try them, see how you go, get 30 days supply and see where you're at, see how you feel, because it's going to take a week or so especially for the ZMA to kick in. It needs to be in your system and readily available, so when you're ready to go to sleep, that will then kick in. And that's your supplement or nutrition tip of the week. Moving on then to something that I found with a lot of my golf clients, and this is the golf tip, by the way. It's just working on the timing of your swing. So a lot of people have got, everyone's different. There are no 2 golfers that are exactly the same. If you lined a billion golfers up, you may find the odd couple that look and feel exactly the same, but their launch and spin numbers will probably be different. And looking at a fair few golf swings over the last three months or so, is that what a lot of people tend to struggle with is the timing of the golf swing. So, some people are throwing the club head at the ball. Some people are throwing the club head through the ball. Some are just hacking at it. Some are, thinning and slicing and hooking, and no one is the same. And something that I've tried to explain to all of my clients, especially ones that have been struggling to hit longer irons, hybrids, fairway woods, and drivers. Drivers these days are anything north of 45 up to 46 inches long are massive. 46 inches, that's an absolutely huge. You're 2 inches shy of 4 feet, and swinging something nearly 4 feet is hard. To keep hitting the same spot, hitting that little golf ball out the centre of it for repeatability is damn hard. It's like someone giving you a sledgehammer that's not 2.5 feet long, but it's 6 feet long, and expecting you to hit the same spot on a door every single time with a 6-foot sledgehammer. It's almost impossible to do unless you've got extreme talent and coordination. And one thing which is most important is timing. And I found by just slowing some people down and speeding them up from certain areas in their swing, because a lot of people, timing and tempo, they're not one of the same thing, but they have this symbiotic relationship. So if you're snatching the club head away from the ball really quickly, which, don't get me wrong, if you listen to some of the big long drive guys and girls out there, that extra bit of speed and whip away from the ball can help you load back into that side. But the thing that it doesn't help someone, Bob, who's 58, who's been playing golf for 30 years, he's not going to have the ability to snatch the club away from him and then deliver it where he wants to. on a consistent basis because he just doesn't have the musculature or the ability to do that. So by getting someone to take a reasonably slower backswing and then delivering the speed from their backswing through the ball is something that I'm trying to get myself to do more of. And I found with the longer irons, if you deliver the speed at the right time, you then tend to find the middle of the club face better. So to everybody out there, to improve, a little timing tip and tempo tip is with your longest iron in the bag and maybe with your 3-wood, your fairway wood if you've got one, or your longest hybrid in the bag, take those to the driving range, and next time you're on the driving range, I want you to just put three balls each aside. So in terms of tempo and timing, what I want you to do is, say, 3 balls. I want you to put actually I want you to put 9 balls aside for each of those clubs. If you've got 3 clubs, so longest iron, longest hybrid, and your fairway metal. So those 3 clubs, I want you to hit 3 shots in 3 different ways. And these are the 3 different ways. And it's something I do with all of my clients at one point or another. I want you to try and, as quickly as you can, into your backswing. I want you to snatch that club away as fast as you can and try and maintain that tempo and see what happens. So obviously you're going to really whip it away and then as fast as you can whip it through the ball. So those are the first 3. The second 3, I then want you to just try and hit your normal shot. And take note of how different either strike location, direction, and distance. Take note of those 3 things on the snatch away, on your normal swing. And then the final 3, what I want you to do is a little bit of a mixture of both. I want you to slow your backswing down slightly. So your normal backswing, I want you to just take it away ever so slightly. And then not from the top, but just as you start to come down, almost as the club is parallel again to the floor. So about halfway down your swing. From there, so imagine a little half swing arc. So your left, if you're a right-handed golfer, your left arm is horizontal to the ground. Is parallel to the ground rather, and then from there right the way through to parallel to the other side. What I want you to do is deliver the speed there. I don't want you to throw the club head from the top. I want you to come slowly from the top and then build the speed. So I want you to start your downswing and then build the speed through the ball. So we're not snatching the club away. We're taking a slower approach away. We're delivering hopefully more speed through the ball, which again, distance, direction, and strike. Take 3 balls with each. So super fast away, super fast through the ball, 3 normal swings, and then the slow takeaway with the progressive speed through your backswing, from your downswing through the ball. And take note and see if there's a difference. There should be a distance difference, direction, maybe not. But it's a little drill that I get my clients to do, and sometimes we find out that they're better off with a slower backswing and delivering the power through the ball a little bit more conservatively from the top, and then just whack. Just really build it from halfway in their downswing. Build it through, and they increase distance, they increase launch, they increase spin, and they increase accuracy. So timing and tempo, do that drill and see how you get on with your longer irons, and it seems to have fixed a lot of my clients. And talking of clients, promotion time again this year. So, as you know, golf performance is something that I do a lot of, and it's something that I've built into the business this year. And from the 1st of May all the way through May, I am going to bring back the 3 for 2. So if you are a customer or a client currently, 3 for 2 is on the cards for you throughout May. If you are not a client at the minute, you can get in touch, and all sessions, golf performance, are going to be 3 for 2 at Himley Hall Golf Club come the 1st of May. So 1st of May to the 31st of May, is going to be a month-long promotion to celebrate the golf performance coaching coming to Himley Hall Golf Club. If you do want to get in touch and you do want to book those sessions, please, website, link on Instagram, ring me, email me, we can book you in. We will take the prepayment on your first session for the 3 for 2. And all the way through May, that will be available, and you will get 3 months. So if you book a 3 for 2, you have May, June, and till the end of July. In fact, we'll say till the 1st of August to use your sessions. You can book a maximum total of 3 for 2s. So that is 6 sessions. You pay for 6 sessions and you actually get 9. So 6 for 9, 3 for 2 is your limits. Prepaid, pre-booked. All terms and conditions are on the website. All terms and conditions are given to you in the product's descriptions. And that is on your golf coaching and your personal training from the 1st of May right the way through to the 1st of August. And they will be able to be taken all the way through till the end of September. So get those booked. Space is already starting to fill up. So yeah, if you do want to join me, please take me up on that offer beginning in May. We'll take pre-orders and pre-bookings right now if you do want to get in touch. Finally then, my thoughts on the golf. So the Masters, I discussed last week about the likes of Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus putting it at the bottom of their majors list. And it is a spectacle. It's a special course. It's a beautiful course. They spend a lot of money. It's a very elitist golf club, and I think, personal opinion, there's far too much elitism in golf, which has made a lot of people not want to either continue playing it or stick with playing it, because they tend to go to a stuffy shirt golf club and get made to feel like they shouldn't be playing the sport. And unfortunately, that is still happening everywhere you go today. Luckily, I found a golf club that is very down to earth. They don't mind. They've got a few rules, but that, we have to have a small dress code, not a massive one. We don't want to have people wearing football boots walking around the golf course because they'll just ruin it, etc., etc. But the stuffy shirtedness is not there. It's just a very friendly, welcoming golf club, as are many golf clubs throughout the country and throughout the world. But during the Masters, there were some rules controversies. And these are coming back to the etiquette kind of things that I was discussing last week. And the two biggest ones being Colin Morikawa and Brooks Koepka. And these are things that I want everybody to take on board and think about next time they're on the golf course, and either playing in a friendly or playing with their mates. It's just making sure that you obey the rules. And the first one, I think, was Brooks Koepka on I think it was Thursday. It was Thursday or Friday. I think it was Thursday. Both his caddy and Brooks were seen mouthing 5-iron. Now, we don't know whether his playing partner asked him what he played or he was just offering that information up. But the rule as it states is when you're playing in a tournament, whether that be Stableford, Stroke Play, Texas Scramble, whatever, but there's a prize on offer and it's a tournament. Most clubs, and I think every club, will stick to these rules. And if your playing partner, like if you're playing a Texas Scramble, between your partners, I think it's fine because you're on the same team. I hit a 5-iron from here. Especially if we're a 9-hole golf course, so odds and evens, and that swaps round on the back 9. You're going to know that your playing partner hit a 5-iron into 8 when you might only hit a 6-iron or a 7-iron. So that's, you're a team, so it doesn't really matter. You can discuss that. But what you cannot do is ask the opposing team or the opposing player, what did you hit? You're not allowed to ask what did you hit or what club did you hit into that for that shot. You're not allowed to do that. That is a breach of the rules, and you can be penalised or even disqualified. So make sure you check up on that rule. Do not offer that information because, again, you've given that up willingly and freely and you shouldn't have done. And the second one was Morikawa. And I get it. I mean, the first one, I think we've all done it. Oh, you're hitting a 5-iron. Yeah. You're hitting an 8-iron into this par 3, whatever. I think we've all stood there and done it at some point. Knowingly or not, we've all gone and done that. So just be aware of it. But the Colin Morikawa one was very, very strange. Because you could see his ball marker about an inch or two away from his golf ball, and he's moving his golf ball. So instead of just putting the marker under his ball and picking his ball up, he's actually put the marker on, his marker's close to the ball and about 2 inches away. He's moving his ball. And I don't know. As far as I'm aware, you should just place the coin behind your ball, pick your ball up, done. In fact, I don't even think it needs to be behind your ball. I think the rule states just mark your ball and pick it up. It doesn't have to. It doesn't matter whether it's in front, behind, side. Doesn't matter as long as you replace your ball in the same place it came from, which is genuinely either in front of or behind the golf ball. And you pick your ball up and you replace the ball in the same place, not a problem. But Colin was moving his ball 2, 3, 4 inches, putting it back, and then he marked his ball and picked it up, which didn't make any damn sense. And I don't know. I don't think anything was done about that, as far as I'm aware, as far as I can remember. I don't think he was penalised any shots, as far as I can remember. But it's a weird, strange thing to do, and I'm pretty sure that if you did that in a match play or a stroke play competition at some clubs out there, and someone who was going around with you questioned it, you would probably be expecting a punishment of some sort, whether it be a shot or potential disqualification, because I don't think that was right. So yeah, all comes down to rules. Knowing that when you mark your ball, just put your marker down either in front, behind, or either side of your ball. As long as you mark your ball and pick it up and replace the ball in the same place. We saw, I think it was Lexi Thompson do this. She marked her ball and then put the ball an inch or two away from her ball marker. I think that happened a couple of times earlier in the year. And Collins was a very weird one. I didn't get it. It was very strange. I didn't understand what he was doing. So just be aware, marking a golf ball, I always, as a rule of thumb, the ball is always in between my ball marker and the flagstick. Just makes sense to me. And then I put my ball back in front of my ball marker in between them. And the Kepka one, if anybody does ask you what club you've hit, as long as you're not in a competition, give that information. If you're playing in a competition, whether that be stroke play, Stableford, Texas Scramble, or scramble of any sort, then don't give that information, because it could get you and your group or team disqualified or penalised with some shots. And that's pretty much it from me this week. So it's just over 40 minutes. They're getting a little longer, so I've got a little bit more to say on the subject in terms of golf. So, little recap of the show. Go and get some step-ups done. So whether that be on stairs, a step-up box, your sofa, your kitchen chair, make sure you start at 90-90. So the knee, you can put a cup of tea on the top of your thigh, is the way I'd explain it to most of my clients. If you balance a book or a cup of tea on the top of your thigh without spilling it, it's perfect height to start from. Do anywhere between 10 and 20 reps per leg, 2 or 3 times, and then just up that by an inch or so. Add a book on top of your chair every couple of weeks, and it's going to help build some strength and some mobility in the tendons in your hips and your knees and your ankles. It's going to help all of that and build range of motion. 3 supplements you can take before you go to bed. I'll do 3 more next week as well. So honey and water is going to help you with some glucose to keep you going. Some ZMA is going to help you recover, boost some testosterone and help you sleep. And some L-tryptophan is also going to help you sleep and keep those neurotransmitters wired on, ready for you to go to the gym the next morning. Little drill to do as well for your timing of your golf swing. Timing and tempo are 2 key elements to a golf swing to make it work. So keep 9 balls, a couple of clubs, whether that be your fairway wood and your longest iron, preferably. Those are the ones that are most notorious to hit off the deck. Hit 3 normal shots. Take a note of the distance, direction, and where you hit them on the club face. Hit 3 shots where you're absolutely ripping that club away from the ball and then through the ball. Try and keep that, build the speed from backswing right the way through the golf ball. And then again, take a note of distance, direction, and where you strike it. And then what I want you to do is slow down that backswing slightly from your standard backswing. So steady away and then build the speed through the ball, which is a mixture of the two. So instead of snatching it away, but you're building that speed through the ball. And again, distance, direction, and strike location. Work on that drill with your longest irons and your fairway metals, and you'll soon be striping them off the deck as well as you do off the tee. Promotion coming 1st of May to the 31st of May, 3 for 2, 9 for 6, Himley Hall Golf Centre. Get online and book it. Pre-book it now. You'll get 3 months to use your 9 sessions if you do book the 9. They're all pre-purchasable up front, starting from just £15 if you're a senior or an NUS or NHS worker or fire rescue or army. And of course, you will save some money and will hopefully get you a better handicap and a better swing. And of course, know your rules. Don't be giving out information to your playing partners. They shouldn't be asking for one. And when you mark your golf ball, do the simple thing and keep the ball marker behind your ball. Keep the ball behind the ball marker, in front of the ball marker, and keep that ball in between the ball marker and the flag. That's simple. It's the easiest way to remember where you've marked your ball, and just replace it where you put it. Don't be picking it up or kicking it round, because that's going to cost you some shots eventually. I hope you have enjoyed the show. It's been 45 minutes of fun. Come back to me next week. Don't forget as well, if any questions, email at failsafefitness@hotmail.com. Let me know what you think of the show. Like, subscribe, share, and any questions, give us a call, give us a shout, give us an email, and we'll do our best to answer them. It's been a good show. We'll speak to you again next week. I'll have the other 3 supplements that you can take to help you with your nutrition. We'll have a new exercise for you to go and try out in the gym or at home. We'll have a new tip to help you improve your golf, and we'll discuss whatever happens in the world of golf this week. So have a fantastic week. We'll see you again next Monday. My name's Michael. It's been a pleasure. See you later.